Gentlemen, welcome back to Seeking the Socials. This week, one major topic has been all over my social feeds. I'm not too sure about your guys's. It has caused quite an uproar in recent weeks, especially when the incident occurred. It's a story that's doused in controversy and somewhat that's doused in hate as well. And it's right now, I believe, a story that is on every football fan's mind. And this week, we're going to take to Twitter. There's no lucky packet scenario this time around. So the opinion is more of a group discussion. It's more of a topic, if you will. It has been circling my Twitter sphere. Mason Greenwood's future. Do you see the 21-year-old returning to Old Trafford?
Sean, do you want to take that first?
Well, it's hard to comment because I just don't know. Like, apparently, Man United have come out and publicly and said he'll never play in the Premier League again. So is the question, should he be able to? Or is the question, what was the question, Aiden? Like, is he going to be playing for Man United again?
Yeah, do you see him returning to Old Trafford?
I think I don't, in my honest opinion. It's such a tough one. I mean, he was found not guilty, right?
He wasn't found not guilty. The charges were dropped.
The charges were dropped. Okay. So that's a big difference, yeah. So
yeah.
My humble opinion is no, I don't. I don't think it will leave a good taste in anybody's mouth, whether it is his teammates, supporters, administrative staff, whatever. I can't see him playing anywhere without being heckled, without being abused in a sort of way. It's a very, very interesting topic, Aiden. I can't see him playing for United. I can't see him playing for the Premier League, to be honest. I don't think he would cope. Maybe a move to... Oh, no, he won't go to Saudi. That would be hectic. I think it's just far too much damage. I think a lot of the United fans have been exhausted by all this press. It's put a bit of a damper on United's season, and he was one of United's star players, don't forget. He was absolutely quality at the time this came out. His teammates turned against him. I don't think he would add any value coming into that dressing room. I think, if anything, it would put a shadow onto any sort of team spirit. I think that if he had to come into the change room, I think the team would doubt the leadership of United, to be honest, and that could just filter down to God knows what. So, great question, Aiden. That's my 2 cents worth. I could probably add a bit more after Kurt's gone.
Yeah, for me personally, like, as a United fan, I don't want to see him back in a United shirt. That's how I feel, and I've felt the entire time. I just can't. I can't seem to, like, when this whole story broke. Look, I know this is a tricky one because we're dealing with sort of legal issues, and really serious, like, accusations. But when this whole story broke, and I saw the images on Twitter of the girl that he had allegedly abused, and heard the voice recordings of his alleged voice saying what he was saying, it was awful. And I don't think that I can personally, this is my own view, not those of Soccer Laduma's, but I don't think that I can personally move on from that. I don't want to see a player like that play for Manchester United. And particularly when Manchester United seem to be in a good moment, when we've just come back, or we just returned to preseason now on the back of a really, fruitful season, winning a trophy, finishing in a Champions League place. So there's loads of positivity in the style of football, and potential new players coming in, new signings. It's a sort of feel-good moment for Manchester United. It feels like the club might be on the up. And like Sean was saying, I don't think that it would serve the club to reintroduce him to the squad when it comes to the abuse that he might get from fans. I personally would not feel a thing for him. I wouldn't feel sorry for him. But the negative attention that it would bring Manchester United, I just think is something that you wouldn't want. And I feel like it should be a moral issue. So it should be about whether Manchester United believe, he did what he was accused of. I think that's what it should come down to first. But then secondly, it should be about that and what it could do to the atmosphere at the club. And I just don't think that it's a risk worth taking. We've dealt without him for the last, what has it been now? year and a half. He was arrested initially in Jan 2022. He hasn't played football since. And I people say that he was generational. He was a generational talent. Yes, he was a good footballer, but he could finish well. I've seen many footballers who can finish well. So I don't think that he's someone that we need to go out of our way to accommodate or to put back in the squad. I don't think that he's this Messi level talented player or Cristiano Ronaldo level talented player. You can strike a ball well with both feet. I've got friends who can do that. Like, it's not that important. We've coped without him, and I think that we should continue to cope without him. I do think that he'll play football again. There's recently an image that surfaced of him training with Anthony Elanga, who's another Manchester United player, in Dubai. That wasn't, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I'm aware, organized by Manchester United. That's just the two players training by themselves as friends. They came through the academy together. So it does look like he has plans to return to football. But I think that there's a tull here. And I think the fact that he wasn't a part of this pre-season at Manchester United might be an indication of where his future lies. Because like I was saying to Sean when we were talking about all of this now, all of the international footballers are still on a break, and Mason Greenwood isn't one of them. So why was he not there for pre-season? Why was he not there doing his medical tests? It looks like the internal investigation is still ongoing at Manchester United, but it looks right now like it's leaning towards his future being elsewhere. That might just be on loan. Who knows? For now, maybe they are still holding out hope that the story just sort of quietens down over time and that people move on and forget about it. But that's not going to happen. In a year's time, we'll be in the same situation. If they try and bring him back into the squad, it's going to be the same feeling.
Is he still getting paid, Kurt?
Yeah, his contract is until 2025. So he's still on the club's books, and legally they haven't been able to terminate his deal. It was just a suspension. But as far as I'm aware, yes, he's still getting paid, which is all the more reason for Manchester United to speed this process up and make a decision. But yeah, he's been linked with clubs in Italy, with clubs in Turkey. I don't think that the media attention will be as big in those countries. But I don't see him playing for Manchester United again.
Agreed.
And I don't want to.
Well, as a fellow United fan, Kurt, I have to say I agree with you.
Thank you, Aiden. Jeez, thank you, Aiden.
Yeah, Sean.
Well,
yeah, you are the biggest Manchester United fan, so I agree with you as well.
Thank you, Aiden. Thank you.
Gentlemen, that was Seeking the Socials. Next time round, we'll have a few more opinions, maybe another discussion. We'll take it from there. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Aiden.
Thanks, Eddie.